Alright, we're gonna go over another video since a lot of people have been telling me online that they can't see what they're seeing. The video that we're gonna go over is called Moon Anomalies Part 5. You've been living a dream world. I decided to pick that title because I think some things are being hidden in plain sight. So, yeah, let's begin. So what we're seeing right here is the LRO. That's what's orbiting the moon right now, and this is called the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. And see if we can see what it's about. The Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter is NASA's robotic spacecraft currently orbiting the moon in an eccentric polar mapping orbit. LOR data is essential for planning NASA's future human and robotic missions to the moon. So it's mapping the moon, and I bought a telescope recently to, find more answers to life. Because I've been trying to make a living off of gaming. It hasn't been really taking off. And bought the telescope, and I've noticed that I've been seeing things on the moon that nobody talks about. And I'm just bringing them to light with the videos that I have obtained, and would like some more feedback. Anyway, so moving on, the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, we're going to look at the Mare Imbrium, also called the Sea of Showers in Latin, or Sea of Rains, is a vast lava plain with the Imbrium Basin of the moon and is one of the larger craters in the solar system. The Imbrium Basin formed the collision of the protoplanet during the late heavy bombardment. So this is from Wiki. Just clicking into it gives you a detailed area of Mare Imbrium. We're going to look at this area right here. So this is off of this is a high quality image on Wiki, and we can zoom into it. And over here, this is the Mare Imbrium. All of this, what you see here, right here, all of that. In this little corner right here, you can see, looks like a pyramid, kinda. What caught me off guard there when I was looking through my telescope was the shadow, and I just kept staring at it for like, a good while. I have a lot of footage of it. And what this is from the NASA Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. This is their picture of Mare Imbrium right there. This is a satellite orbiting the moon, and this is the highest quality image that we can obtain off of NASA. This is Mare Imbrium here as well. This little circle here, well, like this right here, but this little circle is what we're looking at. This little thing right here. These are all the NASA images of Mare Imbrium. This is the highest qualities that we can obtain. Here's another one. You can see the pyramid again. Alright, so this is what I found. I thought looks like something like the Fifth Element. So this is Mare Imbrium right here through a 6-inch telescope. And what we're looking at is actual footage of the moon. I see something here as well, like letters or something. And with the high quality image, by stacking pictures on top of pictures, you kind of see like little streaks moving away from the areas. It looks like someone has actually been down there looking around. Anyway, so I'm not sure how to zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. So what we're looking at right here is this. You can see the shadow of a head. To me, it's a Fifth Element character. It's a side view He's on a platform right here, and you can see like a, I don't know, like a Fifth Element dude. Keep playing. Here's another picture of it. You can see the shadow, and to me it looks like it's monolithic, a huge statue. All these pictures are stacked photos of the same area, and what I did, since it's blur around it, was try to enhance only the area that we want to see, because there's a lot to see on the moon. So I don't want your eyes to get asphyxiated on something else. You can keep seeing how it's changing, but it looks like a statue, like a Fifth Element to me. The head, the body. To me, I see a little bit of spikes in the back. It's holding something square. I want to say it's a tesseract, bro. And the pyramid. So there's something there causing that shadow. It's not just this little thing here. There's something here causing that shadow. It's gigantic. So yeah, let me fix the image. Alright, so it's moving on. I put it in another video what I thought I saw here. I didn't put it here because I wasn't sure, but since I'm seeing so much stuff on the moon, I don't know, just throw it out there. You see how the rocks are all jagged. Everything's jagged, you know, like rock formations, like on another planet, dude. Yeah, it's normal. But down here you see something a little bit, like, to me, like constructed. You know, it's rectangular. It's got shape. It's got like a, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. It looks like it's going into the mountains, man. But anyway, let's just keep going. All right, what I see here is there's a lot of stuff going on right here. By the way, it's kind of, some of it's kind of unbelievable, which makes me think, for real, there's aliens. Anyway, you can see two figures here. This figure is holding something in his hand. It looks like a halberd or an axe. He's wearing a kilt or a dress, and he's ready to attack. You can see his stance, and that looks like a really big dude. So in my interpretation is David and Goliath. Well, David and Goliath, the story in the Bible talks about how David killed Goliath with a stone, with a slingshot to his head. But the Bible also says, did Elhanan kill Goliath? And Elhanan did in Psalm 21:19, and there was war with the Philistines again at Gob, and Elhanan, the son of Orgim, the Bethlehemite, killed Goliath in the Giddy, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. Right there where we're seeing the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. We also see here, who killed Goliath, David or Elhanan? The records of Goliath's defeat at the hand of David is found in 1 Samuel 7:17. However, a verse in 2 Samuel seems to name Elhanan instead of David as the one who toppled Goliath. So here you see, in my opinion, Elhanan, because I don't see a slingshot. I see a halberd and an axe. It's sharp. You can see the sharp axe, which supposedly cut off Goliath's head. Sorry for saying that. But yeah. So I was looking it up, and I was wondering when David and Goliath happened, in what year. And then I wondered if they had halberds back then. So it happened between 1040 BC and 1020 BC, and lo and behold, they do have halberds, 1040 BC halberds. You can see it right here, right there. It looks like it, like they had that. Let's see if I have another shot. It looks just like this. If you look at the one here. Continuing on. Where are we? All right. You see the little shaft there? You don't see the whole shaft, but maybe this is the shaft. It could be. No, it couldn't be. So this is the shaft right here, and that's the halberd right there. They cut off Goliath and sealed the deal. Let me start closing some stuff down. Sorry. All right. So we're looking at the halberd again. We're gonna look at the. Looks just like it. You got the point, the sharp, and it looks like one big dude. All right. Here you go. One last look. David of Al-Hanan. Al-Hanan, son of Jer, and Goliath. You can see it really big since I made it a bigger. I was thinking this is something as well, like a pterodactyl or something. I don't know. I can't tell. There's so much stuff going on here. So. What we're gonna see now is memoirs of a geisha on the moon. How do I know that? I don't, but there's a lot of resemblance. So that is the father of the geisha. This is the daughter that is the father of the geisha, the daughter, and the sister. There's a Japanese fan above their heads, and you can see little hearts here. A little heart right here. There's a heart above the father, looking sad. It even looks like an Asian cartoon drawing. It looks almost identical to it to me. Let's continue. So there's multiple things I see here. A heart right here, another heart. The sister that was sold to a brothel. The geisha that went to a different way. Over here I see yin and yang. You can see the dark spot and the light spot with the two circles even in it, bro. Just a lot of stuff going on here. That's the one that went to geisha school. That's the sister Yukiko, who was sold to a brothel. So both sisters had to go separate ways, and sister was heartbroken when it happened. I don't know if Shigizo ni Akamatsuya is the father. I'm taking a wild guess, because you're not really sure. So the geisha story, much of the purportedly fiction memoirs is actually based on life of Minako Iwasaki, Japan's most famous geisha in the 1960s and 70s. So in 1929, a 9-year-old named Chiyo Sakamoto and her 15-year-old sister Satsu are sold by her father to work within the entertainment districts of Kyoto because they were poor. The father wanted them to live and not live a sad life. They are taken from their home, their coastal fishing village of Yorido, along the Sea of Japan, and travel to Kyoto by train. Upon arrival, Chiyo is taken to the Nida Okaya, Gaishin boarding the house, deemed less attractive. The Gion, where Satsu deemed less attractive and therefore poor investment, is instead taken to the brothel by Kyoto's pleasure district. So, Miniko is a Japanese businesswoman. This is the real Geisha woman, and the parents are right here. I was trying to find research of Shigizo and Chi. I don't know which one would be the father and the wife. I'm guessing father than wife, just guess. And that's what I see right here. The father, the two daughters that were sold in two different ways. The hearts everywhere saying they're sad. The way he's bowing, the way she's pleading, you can see that she's pleading. Like, no, Dad, no, And this one has, to me, it looks like kind of like just looking in awe in the background. And then we see the yin and yang right next to everything. Like, how is the yin and yang next to everything? Memoirs of a Geisha, and then on top of it, literally, is David and Goliath. Yeah. So yin and yang is a negative positive. It's a concept of dualism describing how seemingly opposite of contrary forces may actually be complementary, interconnected, and interdependent in the natural world, and how they may give rise to each other as they interrelate to one another. In Chinese, so in my opinion, everything there is interconnected. So the yin and yang of Geisha here is, remember Chiyo, that's the one that was sold as a Geisha. Geisha are not courtesans, which is like prostitutes and stuff like that. And we are not wives. We sell our skills, not our bodies. We create another secret world, a place only of beauty. The very word Geisha means artist, and to be a Geisha is to be judged as a moving work of art. So, the book, as well as the function of the Geisha, are definitely portrayed in the story. It's very much about the muse, the desire to be mused by a vision, a feminine creature, and all the riches she and only she has to offer. And the yin and yang of it is, I often speak of yin and yang, masculine and feminine, and how they interact with each other in a dance of push and pull. The Geisha symbolizes the yin and the desire for an oasis of beauty, and thus yin is the yang of the world. Continuing on. Can't live with one without the other, is basically what it's saying. They all coincide somehow. Alright, moving on. Here I see a lotus flower, Japanese drawing of it. I also see another lotus flower over here that I didn't mention because I wasn't sure. I'm not sure. I also see a Japanese dragon. Sorry, give me one sec. So, the lotus flower, even though the Egyptian hieroglyphs use lotus to symbolize the belief in the rebirth of life after death. Therefore, in many ancient belief systems, the lotus represents the ideas of creation, spiritual cleansing, or enlightenment, even the resurrection of life. I believe everything here has symbolism to the Geisha story. Everything that we see here. If anybody can add to it, I'll be very appreciative of it. Moving on. There's a Japanese dragon right here with the wings. This is just a guess. I'm not sure if it's that dragon. But you can see the wing, the head, and it's a serpent tail. I was assuming it's Ryujin, but I'm not sure, This is all guesses, but what I see is what I see. And I'm trying to point out to you guys what I see in case you see it too. You should check out the other video I put up too. So I also hear, in another part here, I see a sphinx. The sphinx is right here. Make it bigger for you. I see a few other things here, but I'm not entirely sure. Which again, if you see something, let me know. So getting closer to it, there's a Sphinx head, the wing, the feet. I see something over here too, but I can't tell you what it is. And I see something here as well, but I don't know what it is. If you guys know, let me know. If you see anything. I know that shadowing, it's a shadowing technique. It only happens in phases of the moon. If you see it on a bright day, you won't see it. On a bright full moon, you have to see it in lunar cycles. So anyway, going to the Sphinx. What does the Sphinx represent? The Giza Sphinx, the Great Sphinx of Giza near Cairo, is probably the most famous sculpture in the world with a lion's body and a human head. It represents Ra Horakathi, a former powerful sun god and its incarnation of royal power and a protector of temple doors. That's the one on Earth here. We're seeing one on the moon. Oops. So the Sphinx is said to have guarded the entrance of the Greek city of Thebes, asking a riddle to travelers to allow them passage. The exact riddle asked by the Sphinx was not specified by early tellers of myth, and was not standardized as one given below the late Greek history. So it's also a mythology, the Sphinx. And I was looking up what the Sphinx riddle was, which I thought was hilarious. The Sphinx used to sit outside Thebes asking the same riddle to anyone who passed by. The riddle was going as follows. What goes on 4 legs at dawn, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening? Would the traveler fail to solve the riddle, he was cursed to die. No one was ever capable of answering correctly. Let me make it bigger for you. I hope you can see it. There. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Alright. No one was ever capable of answering correctly until one day Oedipus came along. Oedipus was promised the hand of the princess should he interpret the riddle correctly. As he was famous for his wisdom, Oedipus found the answer to the riddle with ease, replying, "Man who has a baby crawls on 4 legs, then walks on 2 legs as an adult, and in old age walks with a cane as his 3rd leg." The Sphinx became so frustrated at this answer that he committed suicide immediately, throwing herself off a high rock. I thought that was a little funny. I was laughing pretty hard when I read that. So yeah, let me show you the video again of what I think looks like a Sphinx. And there was something I wanted to read you. See, a Sphinx is a mythical creature with a head of a human, a falcon, a cat, or a sheep. So it can be a human, a falcon, a cat. In my opinion, this is a falcon. Or a sheep, and the body of a lion with wings of an eagle. Body of a lion, wings of a eagle. Falcon head, huge body, wings. What do you think? A sphinx is a mythical creature with the head of a human, a falcon, a cat, or a sheep, and the body of a lion with wings of an eagle. In Greek tradition, the sphinx has the head of a woman, the haunches of a lion, and the wings of a bird. She is mythicized as treacherous and merciless, and will kill and eat those who cannot answer her riddle. The deadly version of the sphinx appears in the myth and drama of Oedipus. Unlike the Greek sphinx, which was a woman, the Egyptian sphinx is typically shown as a man. Adrosphinx, ancient Greek. In addition, the Egyptian sphinx was viewed as benevolent, but having ferocious strength similar to the malevolent Greek version. Both were thought of as guardians and often flanked the entrances to temples. In European decorative art, the sphinx enjoyed a major revival during the Renaissance. This is blah 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 right here. What we're looking at is right up here, and it's on the moon, guys. Right there. So yeah, that's the end of it. I hope you enjoyed the show. I know it's not perfect quality, but it's what I got. Hope the sound is good. I don't ever do voiceovers like this, ever. But I think this is important to share, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the really ghetto show. Take a look at the videos, guys. I'm serious.